Good morning. Today we are discussing the crossing and pollination techniques in a wheat crop. Wheat inflorescence is a spike bearing a spikelet at the nodes. Each individual spikelet contains 2 to 5 florets borne in each spikelet. Each floret contains 3 anthers, feathery stigma and an ovary. For emasculation, each individual spikelet containing 3 florets has to be selected, and it depends upon the species of the crop. For easing up of the emasculation process, middle floret has to be removed in each individual spikelet. After removal of the each individual floret, middle floret, the tip of the spikelets or the florets has to be cut opened, and this technique is called as clipping method of emasculation. After cutting the tip of the each individual spikelets, we have to remove the anthers from each individual florets. Each individual florets you can examine 3 anthers, and it has to be removed very carefully. A critical care has to be taken for the removal of the anthers without making any damage to the stigma and the ovary. After removal of anthers from each individual florets, we have to recheck or re-examine for the presence of the anthers. After complete removal of anthers from the cut opened flowers, it has to be covered by the butter paper bag. Covering with butter paper bag is very much essential, mainly to avoid the foreign pollen from the other nearby plants. After covering of the emasculated flower by the butter paper bag, the pollination to the emasculated flower can be done. For pollination, we have to select the matured spikelets, where 60% of the spikelets or the flowers are opened with anthers exposed. The matured spikelets or a spike has to be selected, and again it has to be cut opened at the tip for the exposure of the anthers. Once the tip has been cut, we have to keep the matured spikelet exposed to the environment for 2 to 3 minutes. This is mainly done for opening of the anthers, burst opening of the anthers, and pollen shedding to takes place easily. Once you observe the anthers coming out of the each individual florets and the pollen dusting has been started, you can take such matured spikelets and dust the pollen onto the emasculated flower. After dusting of the pollen, the pollinated spike has to be covered again by the butter paper bag, and it has to be pinned at the bottom. The tip of the butter paper can be cut open and repollination can be done. And matured spikelet can be kept inside the pollinated bag so that the enough pollen load is maintained inside the pollination bag, and fertilization takes place after 3 to 4 days. Thank you.